My dear students in language schools, good evening everybody. Here we have to continue what we have started last time about Qureo platform. Now we are ready for the last exam. Now let's review today what we have studied about the functions. Chapter 14 is divided into two parts. The first part is a review from 12 to 13 chapter, and now it's time to have a midterm test. Now let's check the review. This time we have learned about functions. How was it? The next lesson is another comprehension check. Let's check your understanding of what you have learned so far. I feel like I have learned so many things about functions. Let's review. Now, Mr. Rounding. Mr. Rounding again. Take a range of value, then round is the first function of math. It rounds up or down the number to nearest whole integer. Now, Mr. Max takes a range of values, for example, 5, 10, and 50, and return the maximum value after making a comparison. Now, we also have studied about the arguments passed to each function and the return value of each function. Now let's have an example for review. Round off 5.7 using the function math.round and output to the console. He tells you round off. Remember, round off. Console.log. And now math.round. Then pass the argument 5.7. Now run the code. Great. The result is 6. I see that 5.7 has been rounded up and output as 6. To round off, I should put an argument inside the brackets of math.round. Now let's revise how math.floor works. Now rounding from 5.5 rounding up and 5.4 to 5.1 is to round down. Now let's practice for math.floor. Console. The clock. Run code. What do you see? We have error. What is it? What do you think? Why you have error here? Yeah. Add here console.log of math.round. Don't forget. Now see the difference? Great. Math.round product an output of 6 and math.blur remove or truncate the decimal so the result will be 5. Now revising math.max and math.min. We have two numbers, 20 and 10. We should compare between them to get the maximum value and the minimum value. Then, great. The results are 20 when we ask about the maximum value and 10 when we ask about the minimum value. Now let's try how to call the function math.random and output the console. Great. And we receive a random number. There were 5 types of functions: rounding up, rounding down, maximum value, minimum value, and random. That's right. Besides this, we also learned is how to create our own function. For example, we created Mr. Split 3, and when we want to have 3 people and split the cost of pizza, which was a total of 2,800 Cody coins, let's recall what kind of program it was. How to create your own function. This part is divided into 2 steps. The first one is how to write the code of the function. The second part is how to call the function. The first part, how to write the code of the function, you must start with the keyword function, then write the name of the function, pass the argument of the function, then start after curly brackets to write the actions or the process inside the function. Don't forget to return the result, and then after writing the code of the function, you can call it anytime, anywhere, and any number of times. Now start with the word function. Split 3, the name of the function, and then pass the argument total. Inside the curly brackets, we start the first action, which will be declaring the variable result and assigning the variable result to total divide 3, then return the result. This is the code of the function split 3. Now how we call split 3 and apply it on an argument. Let's write console.log split 3 and pass the argument 2800, and let's see the result. Now, this is the split of 2800 in console log. The value will be output in the console. That's right. Then write a program Mr. Split 4 cost or Mr. Split 3 cost. How we can modify the code. Create a function with a function name split4 and argument name total. Declare the variable result and assign the calculation formula total divide 4. Return the value of the variable result. Pass argument 1200 to the function split 4 and output to the console. How we could start step by step. First, create a function named split 4. Function split 4. Then the argument name is total. After that, we write the curly bracket. Then declare the variable result. Let result. Assign the variable result to calculation of the formula total divide 4. Total divide 4. Don't forget semicolon. Now return the result. We have finished coding the function. Now it's time to call the function and apply it on argument 1200. Don't forget semicolon. Run code. Yes, this is correct, and the result will be 300. Now the key point for the revision is if you have any question, you can review the previous lessons again. Now it's time to go to midterm test. Are you ready? Let's go. We have 8 questions. If you answered the 8 questions correct, you will be perfect. If you answered 7 questions, you will be clear. If you answered 6 or less, you should try again. Let's start. You need 7 plus correct answers. Start from the beginning. Question 1. Select the correct function to round off. Math.round off, we have no function named round off. Math.round, yes. Math.round is the correct answer. We said before that we can't use round alone without math because we have get the function round and the other functions from the math library. Next, select the output result of the running the following program: console.log math.max of 10, 50, and 100. The first option is 160. This is not found in the range, so it is not an correct answer. It is not a correct answer. Now, option number 2, 50. 50 within the range, but it's not the maximum value. 10 is found in the range, but it's not the maximum value. So the correct result will be 100. Select the correct program to output random numerical value. We use the function random console.log math.random. This is the correct answer. See the difference between number 2 and number 3? We should use math.random, not random only. Select the output results of the following: console.log, math.fleur, 10, 12.8. We said before that math.fleur is used to truncate decimal, so the expected result is 12. Where is 12? Use the function math.random to return a random numerical value. Multiply the randomly returned numerical value by 10. Use the function math.fleur to return the integer. The program is in one line. Now write math dot fleur, then math dot random, run the code. The result is 1. Next. Select the correct program to create a function whose function name is sum and argument name is num. We said before that we have to start with the function keyword. Where is function keyword? It is found in option 2 and option 4. So we should write after the keyword function, we should write the name of the function, which is sum. So function sum of argument num is the correct answer. Add a program that returns the value of the variable result to describe the program. Return result. This is the missed part. So run code. The result is 70. Next, the last question. Add a program called the function calc. Enter 7 as an argument. So calc of 7. Now go to results. We have finished the midterm. We have answered 8 questions, so our result is perfect. I hope that this result will be yours. I have you understand very well the functions. It's time to study well, and till we meet again, goodbye everybody.